all faded away because X came alive.
There were so many times where I go to a show with my dad. I'm gonna say it exactly how it was. We would be backstage, and after his set was up, he'd point to one of his Wranglers, let's call it. He would say, yo, go out to the stage, get about 4 or 5 bitches, make sure they're ready to I gotta have 2. My son need 1, and his friend need 1. Make it happen. And that was very uncomfortable. Being 12 years old, observing your married father openly, unapologetically cheat on his wife, your mother, my mother, created this split in my mind and actually resented my father for it. And I remember looking like, you lying ass. Like it just kept festering inside of me. At that time, I was frightened to say anything. With him, it was such a his way or the highway.
When I would talk to him, he would say that he was bipolar. And I would say, how do you know that? He was like, I know. Like, he diagnosed himself. He was like, I remember being in a group home, and I used to take tests with the therapist, and I remember them telling me that I was manipulative. And he would use those, though, as excuses. Like, there's plenty of times, like, as a wife, I signed him up into rehabs. He would manipulate them. He was a master manipulator.
With the bipolar, his moods were up and down. And not week to week. For him, it was day to day.
Sometimes it'd be scary just like being in the house because you didn't know what exactly was gonna set him off. So it was like walking on eggshells, just trying to not to, like make him upset.
It's like a dog, like waiting under like a tree that's like gonna bite you. You know it's gonna happen, you just don't know when. I 1000% think he had a lot of demons and trauma and just distractions in his life that really derailed him from just sticking with his family.
He started really getting bad a year after I had Praise. He started being really open with using his drugs and getting very paranoid. He would walk around with a machine gun or a gun in front of the nannies, with something that he didn't really do. He would see things. He said a helicopter was one time looking at him. I'm like, no, it's not. He was very paranoid.
Police are coming for him, the CIA.
While he was on a binge and he was on tour, he's paranoid as hell. We leaving out of the hotel. He has his book bag with his gun in his book bag. Me, him, and his uncle are standing in the lobby. He says someone is following him, watching him, and he pulled the trigger, but because it was so muffled, we couldn't hear it, he shot his uncle in the foot. He fell to the floor. We see blood everywhere. I left my pocketbook on the scene because I just like ran out with Earl because he was so delirious. We get in the truck, we take off. God had his hand on our car because they did a whole man search. We were the last cars to make it through the George Washington Bridge. The police shut it down looking for somebody who shot somebody in a hotel. Then he started getting, when he was high and when he wasn't high, very emotionally and verbally abusive. He used to try to make it seem like everything was my fault.
Earl, why you put Xavier in the front?
I didn't put nobody nowhere, all right? Come on. Damn.
He used to yell. At this point, he started getting really sloppy with his cheating. Because before I would never really know, I kind of addressed him on it and he like blew up. And he was like, yeah, you bitch, you know, I don't give a shit, like yelling and screaming. You know, I don't know why, for some reason I thought no one could hear us in this room. And then I would come out the room and I would literally be like, hey, everybody okay? Like, this was my life. Like, I was so up in the head. Xavier was in the room and he was doing push-ups. And I said to him, hey man, I see you getting your guns up. And he was like so serious. He was 14 years old. He said, yeah, I'm putting on some weight because the next time my father speaks to you like that, I'm gonna kill him. The look in his eyes, I will never, ever forget. Something electrified through my heart, through my soul. Earl gotta go.
I was 18 years old. My mom and dad were doing couples therapy. So I get a call and my dad asks me, can you bring in some pills? Vicodin is gonna meet you. He's gonna give it to you to smuggle it in because they won't let me do anything here. I said, wait. You're in a drug-free facility. You're asking me to bring pills in for you? I said, yes. I said, I'm not gonna do that.
I thought Earl really had it all together. I thought Earl really knew who he was. But he was drowning in his lies, his fame, and his mental health issues.
The larger he got as an icon, as an artist, in his success, the harder it was for people to tell him no. The people around him was people that was just, yes, you wanna do that? Yes. Wanna do that crack? Yes. How much alcohol you want? Yes. So yes, his success went up, but him as a human being was declining.
For a long time, Earl was more just excited that he can really make that change and be this amazing father that he never had. And loyalty was so important to him. After every show, he would ask everyone to leave the room so that way Earl and Tashira can have a moment. But it became too big for me. The more the yes men, the more bigger he got, the more drugs, the more women, the more everything.